Things come up very slowly, at least initially. On average, we get one storm every 2 years in the Atlantic Basin in June. Only 4 Junes have had 2 plus. 3 of them occurring in 1968. And there you see the development areas, which are in the far western Atlantic into the western Caribbean, a little hot spot there north of Honduras, and also into parts of the Gulf of Mexico. But right now, things are very, very quiet in those areas. And the reason why is there is a lot of wind. Let's take a look at the satellite picture. I'll show you what I'm talking about. When there is a lot of wind in the atmosphere, that is the enemy of tropical development, because as those thunderstorms try to build up into the atmosphere, the wind will take the tops right off, and that's going to be the end of the tropical disturbance. And you can see that wind very clearly coming right across Mexico, through the Gulf of Mexico here, the Florida Straits, up into the Bahamas, and then out into the Atlantic. And there is a second area of wind as well that is now coming off of Venezuela and South America and into the Lesser Antilles. So it's very quiet right now. Some spotty showers and storms in some parts of Central America. This, by the way, is infrared satellite imagery. You're going to see a lot of this as we look at the tropics here in the next 6 months. And you can see the thunderstorms that have bubbled up around Central America. What infrared satellite imagery does is it picks up on the temperature of the clouds, and the colder cloud tops are those thunderstorm tops, and in some cases just high cloud that is built way up into the atmosphere, and it shows up in those orange colors right there. So that's how we know there's thunderstorm development, when you see that little circular sort of signature, whereas here you've got just some blow-off, just some higher clouds lingering from thunderstorms that built up earlier in the day. I'm going to show you the very same view, but in visible satellite imagery. Now, this is the wavelength that we see with our eyes. And the satellite, which is 22,000 miles up, is taking a series of pictures, photographs really, and running them one after another. We're running them one after another to make this movie. So this is approximately how it would look if you were up in space, save for the fact that it's been remapped. It's been put on a base map. But you can see more detail in visible imagery. You can see very clearly those easterly trade winds coming through the Caribbean. That's a persistent wind that we see. Very windy as you get down towards the ABC Islands, and you see those little cloud trails there, little streets through the Caribbean. So just a beautiful day today in the Lesser Antilles, into Hispaniola, the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, all the way up into the Yucatan. Again, you've got a lot of wind around, so we are not going to see any development here anytime soon. One more stop, back to IR imagery. And you see we've got some thunderstorms popping up south of Mexico into the eastern part of the Pacific, and maybe a little bit of development right in here. Maybe just a little bit of a swirl and some thunderstorms well to the south of Acapulco. But if you're heading to the Mexican Riviera anytime soon, Puerto Vallarta, Zihuatanejo, looks like you're going to be in very good shape.